Hello everyone, my name is Gulshan Memoria. I'm the founder and CEO of Inspired Valley. We have started this series called Inspired Valley School Initiative, where we take one topic, very intriguing topic every week, and we invite some of the renowned speakers across India and we brainstorm on that topic. So this time we have some esteemed speakers with us. The very first speaker that we have is Miss Sunita Kapoor. She is working as a principal in SKS World School, Greater Noida. We also have brother Ignatius Das, which is he is working in as a principal in Montfort School, Sivvanganga, Tamilnadu. We also have Miss N. Haritha Reddy. She is working as principal at St. Peter's Edu School, Warangal, Telangana. We also have Miss Sarita Gomes. She is working as head principal at M.V.S.High School, South Mumbai, Maharashtra. And lastly, we have Miss Monica Gupta. She is working as principal at DAV Public School, Lucknow. I welcome you all on our show.
Thank you,
Today
sir.
we've also, as I'll be your moderator, we also have co-moderator with us today. She is Miss Dipti Arora. She is working as head mistress at Manav Rachna International School, Gurugram. I welcome you, Dipti.
Thank you so much, Gulshan, and I welcome all the personalities, eminent speakers today at the platform.
Great.
Thank you so
So
much.
let me start this discussion by asking the very first question. First of all, let me I can say discuss the our today's topic. Our today's topic is the future of work, equipping students with a critical thinking for career success. So the very first question I would like to ask with Mr. Das, the question of the gig economy is gaining momentum, right? So how can school prepare the students for a future where traditional employment models may not be as prevalent and independent contracting and entrepreneurship become more common? Over to you, Mr. Das.
Thank you for your question regarding preparing students for a future where gig economy
Yes.
and non-traditional employment models are becoming increasingly prevalent. It is indeed crucial for schools to equip students with the necessary skills
Mm-hmm.
and a mindset to navigate this evolving landscape. The concept of the gig economy gaining
Mm-hmm.
momentum presents both opportunities as well as challenges for students entering the workforce. Now, to prepare a student for a future where traditional employment models may not be as prevalent,
Exactly.
and independent contracting and entrepreneurship become more common,
Mm-hmm.
and we should have some strategies. Schools must follow some strategies. Maybe the first one, uh, foster an entrepreneurial mindset,
Mm.
encourage creativity, innovation, problem solving, and critical thinking skills to nurture an entrepreneurial mindset in students,
Mm-hmm.
and teach students to embrace risk taking and develop resilience. I
Mm.
think last session was talking about resilience. Your last session, I went through your YouTube. So promote never give up an attitude
Mm.
and willingness to learn from failures, because these days
Exactly.
the students are finding difficult to accept the failures and when their wishes are not fulfilled, and promote an entrepreneurial mindset that values adaptability, flexibility, and continuous learning. Provide a lot of opportunities for students to explore and develop their own ideas,
Mm-hmm.
initiate projects, and collaborate on entrepreneurial ventures. And the second point, I can say, develop transferable skills.
Mm-hmm.
Emphasize on development of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and more on the digital literacy skills.
Mm-hmm.
Cultivate skills that are relevant across various industries, such as project management
Mm-hmm.
and self motivation. And encourage students to acquire skills in areas such as marketing, finance, and technology
Mm-hmm.
that can support their independent contracting and entrepreneurial endeavors,
Mm-hmm.
and offer career exploration opportunities, provide students with exposure to different career paths and industries,
Mm-hmm.
offer internships placements, apprenticeships, or mentorship programs that allow students to gain first-hand experience in the gig economy or entrepreneurship. Now
Wonderful, wonderful.
we can encourage students to explore their interests and passions,
Hmm.
helping them to identify potential niches, places, or opportunities for independent work, and integrate a practical experience. The schools
Hmm.
that it integrate real-world projects, simulations, reproductions, entrepreneurial challenges into the curriculum,
Hmm.
and encourage students in experiential learning opportunities where they can apply their skill in practical contexts.
Wonderful, wonderful. You have almost like you've included almost every point, isn't it?
How much?
It was very
Okay,
hard for
okay,
me to understand. I mean, there are almost like 20 odd points that you have mentioned. It
okay.
takes a lot of time, I mean, for every school to include all these things, isn't it? Would like to
Yes,
have
yes.
some views from Miss Reddy also. Miss Reddy, is my voice is audible to you? Please first unmute yourself and share your views on the similar question. How your school is engaging students for the future.
Yes, Gulshan, you're audible for me. Am I
Hmm.
audible to everyone over there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Good
You are,
evening,
please.
everyone. This is Haritha Reddy, working as principal from St. Peter's Edgy School, and we are from Telangana. So, as brother was mentioning about the equipping children with the skills required,
Hmm.
so in our school we take up the activities where the curriculum we have blended up with interdisciplinary approach, where we go with theme-based pattern.
Hmm.
Like for example, if you go for kids zone and even for grade well, like here we do call it as kids zone, like that is nothing but the pre-primary classes where we go with nursery, PP1, that is LKG, PP2 and all this. So
Hmm.
till grade 5 also we go with the theme based. And in our school we particularly focus on the NCRT based curriculum right from grade 6 to 12. And here also, of course, the curriculum when the teachers sit together
Hmm.
during the staff meets and every fortnight meets, they make the curriculum in the form of a theme based, and certain topics they try to bring them together, and they try to incorporate these components into their annual plans, and they design the role plays, and some of them they share the workload with respect to the themes whatever is prepared. Like for example, if they take water as a theme, if they take food as a theme, so social sciences teacher, mathematics teacher, English teacher will convert into a role play. So this is the way we go ahead in our school with a theme based pattern.
Hmm. 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 Wonderful. Sarita ma'am, you would like to add any point how your school is actually creating a lot of difference in the student's life by adding these skills? You need to unmute yourself, ma'am.
So, yeah. So basically, teaching some skills to them is, I feel that personal
Hmm.
skill is the most important skill where we need to and make them understand
Hmm.
that how they should be themselves encouraged
Hmm.
accordingly and be respectful in
Hmm.
the classroom or in the area wherever they are in the institution.
Hmm.
Every kind of skills people try to give in education,
Hmm.
but first comes the motivational skill to them,
Hmm.
how they can share among each other.
Hmm.
What, as I'll give you one example, we have G6 group,
Hmm.
6 children in one of the group,
Hmm.
for four G4 groups. So in groups we give them particular projects to be made or presentations to be done.
Hmm.
So all the kids are not of the same kind of thought process. They
Exactly.
all have a different kind of way of working together.
Hmm.
So first thing, the skill what we teach them is how you get along with each other
Hmm.
to know. So we give them the space, little space to them where they can have a freedom and they can get their skills updated and come along saying that this is what I know and this is what I can do from these six of them. And they
Hmm.
participate one by one and then come out with the things. So I feel personal skill is very important. This was the example for it.
Hmm.
Even we encourage these children when they are really very much, they have a lot of curiosity to do all the things together, but then accordingly to set the things and then move ahead.
Exactly. Okay, one question. This is an open question for everyone. As Mr. Das was talking about a lot of particular skills, this mindset, embracing risk taking ability, the creativity, explore the internship areas. So, when we have a lot of things to cover up, especially with the students of 8 to 12 standard students, right? So apart from the syllabus, the teachers now having a bigger responsibility to adding these skills also. So as a principal, how you're managing your resources well? Anyone can pitch in and share their response, because I think and I feel and I believe as well, now the teachers have bigger responsibility and bigger tasks to do, isn't it? So as a leader of your school, how you are actually can say preparing your teachers to give all these skills to the students? Anyone, Miss Reddy or maybe Sunita ma'am would like to pitch in? Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself.
First of all, I want to say good evening to everyone.
Very good evening, ma'am.
And if you ask me, the problem of the day is humidity in my town. So, how is weather, Mr. Das, in your city? Because I'm glad to be connected with the people from different parts of the country.
It's same.
Okay.
I
And
believe the
how
entire
is-
continent is facing the humidity crisis.
what I feel, if I come back to your topic and the question put by you, besides covering the syllabus in as innovative manner as possible, there are many things which are still not covered in our curriculum and which are required in the world of work professionals. So, उसमें first of all, what I feel is the interpersonal skill, communication skill, and the art to connect with the people. There are many dimensions, of course, in this theme, but if I cannot take all, so
Exactly.
I will focus on the few of them. Okay. So, first thing is that what I am finding post-COVID among students are the emotional issues. If the child is not performing well, the issue at depth is emotional only. He has forgotten to socialize, right? So now I'm not so concerned with the marks. The change this has come in me as principal. I don't focus so much on the marks as I listen to the reports of the students who is not going to the physical education period. He says, "वहाँ पे बहुत शोर है. I cannot, bear it. It's very hot outside." Because physical toughness is required. We all have seen immunity is the card to life,
Exactly.
right? And money cannot help you in there, right? So we should focus. Besides syllabus, of course, that will always be the base foundation of all our efforts. For syllabus is there. Let's not even talk about it because we all first of all plan for syllabus.
Exactly.
How are we
That's
going to divide
that's what I was
it
talking
and,
about, because syllabus is something which every teachers do, right?
हाँ.
Apart from this thing, there are other things also.
Because
Yes.
that is well taken care by the coaching institutes, by the teachers. So what we should focus on the mental health of the children and social, their social skills. And one more thing which I have found is the which you conducted last time, that is resilience among the students.
Exactly. We have discussed this topic in length.
And one more thing which I always ask the teachers, that you have to make children think. That they must learn to think, and learning to learn, even teachers are also required. They
Exactly.
should learn, relearn, unlearn, relearn, learn. Right? Even we are also doing at this point of time.
Exactly.
Because I had joined this profession. At that time, children were very different. No,
Exactly.
I cannot go get along with the same attitude. That time I used to come as a very strict person. Students would be scared of me. But now I'm loving. Because I feel that children need affection, lot of affection.
Exactly.
Because somebody talks to them. We are
Things were
always
different, ma'am. Sunita ma'am, things were different 25 years back. Now things are different. Now the teachers or the principal leaders, everyone has to. Yes.
And even if we could, and right now, we need to do the same even with the parents as well as we should not forget that teaching children alone cannot help us.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Rather, I would like to say that it's no secret that after pandemic, it has actually caused a tectonic shift in the way we live, our
Yeah,
life. If you
definitely.
see, wherever we go, whenever we talk to anyone, the paradigm shift I can see, when we shifted from offline to online and back to offline now, it is very visible and it is very apparent that how children are become so vocal. But yes, life skill is one thing, absolutely correct, ma'am, that has to be taught to the children, because they don't know how to actually, emotional intelligence is one thing which
Yeah,
they have to really work on, and can adopt and absorb a lot of things which they are not doing it. I can see that children are, a lot of children are very impatient. They don't know how to wait. They just don't know, and they did not even know at the time of pandemic also, when they were all online. So they
yeah.
were just not ready to wait for their turn as well. So we could see all these differences even in offline school, and slowly and gradually we have to bring them back to their track. So absolutely, I agree with you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Great. Dipti, you can ask the next question with any of the speaker.
Yes. So I would like to ask Mr. Devassy is here.
No, he is not here. So you can ask the question with Miss Reddy or Miss Das. Anyone.
Okay. Okay, Miss Reddy, over to you. I just would like to ask you that we know that digital and AI technologies are transforming the world of work, and the today's workforce will need to learn new skills and learn to continue adapt as new occupation emerges. I think this transformation, we are away from these conventional jobs now. So my question to you is that with artificial intelligence and automation replacing certain jobs role, how can educators help students understand the ethical implication of these technologies and develop these skills that are uniquely human, such as creativity, empathy, and innovation, which we all talk about 21st century skills. NEP is demanding about all these skills. So over to you, Miss Reddy.
Thank you for the question, Dikti ma'am. So, first of all, I would like to say that these basic skills, as we have seen recently, that during the pandemic situation, most of the children have been used to these kind of electronic gadgets. We ourselves have motivated them to use these kinds of gadgets. And
Yes.
once the children were offline to the school, it has been observed by all of us that they are quite techno savvy and they are learning a lot of stuff which it's helping them to complete this course with respect to information technology, where now we are calling it as artificial intelligence. And even sometimes kids, like when I was observing like my high grade children, when they were doing certain kind of projects, they're using chat gpt also as one of the version to get the exact answers which they were expecting for their project to be completed when they were sitting together for their project works. So these skills will definitely help the children in the future generations, where automation and even if automation also, I would like to raise a point where definitely the person who is skilled, a person who is perfectly skilled with the use of these artificial intelligence and the electronic gadgets, these children will be definitely making the future during their entrepreneurship or wherever they are being in the workplace. They will be excelling. And for this, the children in the schools, especially the ICT, the faculty, or the teachers who are helping them in doing these projects, they should be given some kind of also tips like how to get the information from the net sources, which is actually correct. And what we actually do in our school is we have even converted our systems into such a parental control we call, right? So in such manner, we have controlled the YouTube for the kids also. YouTube Kids we are going with. And some of the channels we have given the controls where children cannot use it, because in a computer room when a class is going on, a faculty cannot see all the 40 students monitors what exactly is going on what the children is browsing to. So we are even into in our school with respect to security concern of the children. And I hope I have answered to my best knowledge for your question. Thank you.
Great, great, great. Any
Thank you
other
so
speaker
much,
would
Miss
like to add
Reddy.
any point? Yes.
May I?
Please, ma'am, please
Yes,
go
ma'am.
ahead.
This technology is a kind of a gin which has come out of the bottle, and now it is in the hands of the children. Right. So now it is the duty of we teachers and parents to constantly vigil our children. Chat GPT, all these things are very good, but all these powers have good or bad things attached with them. So they need to be checked constantly by the school. And as long as they are doing it in the school, and if they are doing it at home, they should be. We cannot blame on the children all the time. They are using the technology. We only have given them during COVID. So it went to them by default because it was the need of the hour, and we jumped to technology and to bridge the learning gap because of the COVID. So the vigilance is very important. Along with this, we need to teach the children the value system, the ethics, along with why we are giving them so much of the power by giving them using them chat GPT when they are sitting inside their rooms and all. So the value system foundation of ethics is need to be inculcated among them. That should
Absolutely, I
always be
think
accompanied by wisdom and ethics.
we must prepare students for life and not just for jobs or careers, I believe. And I also believe that necessity is the mother of invention, and yet we created with online platform and all that. But yes, this is now our duty as educators to make them very advantageous for them, making them
Yeah,
learn the skills like collaboration, teamwork,
yeah,
by this giving them a lot of tasks, and yet it can be useful for them for the jobs coming in and for the future world as well.
yeah.
So
That's correct.
absolutely, ma'am, absolutely.
That's absolutely.
Yes. So sir, are you going to ask the question
You
or
can
shall
ask
I?
the next question with Sarita, ma'am.
Okay, okay, I can ask. Okay. So, Sarita ma'am, over to you now. My question is that that globalization continues to shape the workplace. So, what steps can schools take to foster cultural competence and prepare students for cross-cultural collaboration, understanding, and adaptability in diverse work environments?
So, very good question, which really relates to today's world. So,
Thank you.
you telling about cross culture, right? Communication. So, this is all the generation what we see, right? Nothing, we can't avoid any situations and anything what is going on, because if we see ourselves, we say the teacher should be ahead than the kids. Now the world is, the children are ahead than us, and the technology, AI and GPT we talk about, has really made people, everyone, so sound that they really, the help what they need from the educators, I don't think so these AI will leave any space for we educators, because they are playing that role. So, as I was there in Delhi and we had the same question, I was a panelist there as a speaker in a digital learning program. So the same kind of question was there, and I told them that
You know why
the
we've
culture,
asked this question. Let me give you more
yeah,
background to it. That why we've asked this question. As you
huh,
know, that mainly the South Asian countries are booming with population, right? And especially the Western countries and the developed countries, they have less younger populations, right? So anyhow, they'll be requiring more workforce, especially the Japan, Korean, the European, the US, the Canada, right? Everywhere there is demand of the workforce. So all the students who are completing their 12th or the graduation, they are doing a lot of courses, even in Japanese language, in this French, the Germany. Now they are moving on to the different countries and they are building their careers from scratch. So it's not like something that you have to do a lot of different education, then you can go outside, because the world is requiring people to work for their countries and they
true.
require good people. So that is why we frame this question. So it is now, as a school and
So,
as an educator, it is our
yeah,
responsibility to build this or foster this cross culture, we can say, responsibility in our mindset, so that we, when we go and travel to those countries, we can understand their culture as well.
correct. So I can just highlight few things in this
Please,
foster
ma'am.
culture, that we need to know as an educator in our place, that we need to get to know our kids first, the students who are there, right? Maintain constant communication with them, which will really help us to understand better, and we can give them the help of hands of help and learning, knowledge and respect from every student, what we really do, but it has to go on. Practicing on the culture, as sir said, it is very sensitive part
Exactly.
which we need to take care of, right? We need to even incorporate the diversity in the learning plans What basically we need to bring little transaction a change,
Hmm.
because everything is not monotonous,
Hmm.
right? We need to be practically thinking about that.
Hmm.
And even this, that the students should be given little freedom and flexibility.
Hmm.
Like if we say, okay, a classroom is just when I'm there, discipline, obedience, do
Hmm.
not move. But I feel now in this world, we need to give them, why don't we see the classroom saying that rather than having a straight supporter chair, why not a relaxing chair?
Hmm. Hmm.
Why not the child sit according to his or her, you know, comfort and learn the topic or see the classroom in a different way,
Hmm.
which will really enhance our, the mentality of the student and bring their relations more better to the educators in the classrooms
Hmm.
and in the school, rather than getting, choosing that whom they like and they do not. So I
Wonderful,
think this
wonderful,
would be the thing.
wonderful. Thank you, Sarita ma'am. Over to you,
Yeah.
Mr. Das. Please make your point. I believe you have raised your hand.
Uh,
Yes.
yes, yes. See, collaborating with the students from
Yes.
different cultures expands students' network and fosters lasting relationship.
Hmm.
These connections can create opportunities for future collaborations, culture
Exactly.
exchanges, and we do in our school. We have got collaborating with the Thailand Montfort school. Right.
Hmm.
So once in a month we come together. We allow the students to sit in a group,
Hmm.
and they exchange their what are the cultures they share here,
Hmm.
and it's been shared, and it is a wonderful program. It goes on.
Hmm.
So it is engaging in language exchange programs, language learning communities,
Hmm.
and utilize digital platforms and social media to
Hmm.
connect with the students from different cultures around the world.
Hmm.
So it embraces a diversity within your own peer groups and actively seek out diverse perspectives and experiences.
Wonderful. Any other speaker would like to add the point on this question? I'm sure that your school is also doing a lot in this area. Sunita ma'am, Reddy ma'am.
Yeah, we are also working on it. Like two things are there which we are doing. Number one, there's a project started by CBSE, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat,
Mm-hmm.
in which we
Yes.
are knowing the states of our country.
I
Yes.
was about to say absolutely bang on point, ma'am.
Yeah, so that is one thing which we are doing. We are knowing now about the very, especially the eastern states are very less known, by the rest part of the country, and we know
Yes.
a great deal by about north, and then we know a great deal by about south.
Mm-hmm.
But then eastern states are little neglected that way by the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing is that we also had prepared international curriculum
Mm-hmm.
in which we tied up with a school from Russia,
Hmm.
online only, and we interacted with them. Our teacher interacted with their teacher. Then we had one classroom, common classroom session. Students of 11th class and their counterparts from Russian school, and
Mm-hmm.
both of them presented about some literature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly the topic, but
Mm-hmm.
it was related with literature only. And
Mm-hmm.
both of them discussed, and some of them became online friends also. And our teacher also became a good friend of that Russian teacher. And then in this way, we exchanged a lot of things. Although Russia is not a very common country to go to for
Mhm.
work by the students, mostly these days they are going to Canada, Australia.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
right, but this is the way we try to do to bring an international touch so that our children are comfortable, uh, you know in that cross culture way.
Exactly, exactly. You know why? One more point, and one more reason that why we ask this question and why we should be doing this thing. Because when we live, for an example, if I'm living in Delhi, and I've not gone to Mumbai or Coimbatore or Nagaland, I mean till my 16 years of age, I would not be aware about other culture, right?
Yes.
And when I'll go and move to the different countries, it will become very hard for me to understand their culture. So first of all, I need to understand their culture, then I can fit in their economy and fit in their world. And unless I will not do that, I will not be creating, or I will not become a good citizen. Will be. So that's why, I mean, as a school, we should be pointing out, or we should be more collaborating in such a manner that we should be we're having more resilience as well as an open mindset when it comes to the other people's point of views and the mindset. Okay, now.
Absolutely right, Gulshan. I was just, attending one webinar I did attend. So there they were talking about that we have to make our India as Bharat. So that is why they came up with, this Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat,
Yeah.
art integration, and that is why they are being paired. They are being, pairing different states. Like with Delhi, they have paired Lakshadweep, they have paired Andaman and Nicobar. With Haryana, they have paired Manipur this time. And children are, getting with this as a part of their subject enrichment activity. They are getting information. They are getting, they are doing researches on Manipur, and they are presenting. They are in the form of their assemblies, and that's something really beautiful that they get to know about their different states. What is the culture? What is the
Exactly.
food? What is this famous? So I think integrated approach and collaborative approach is absolutely the need of the hour.
Recently, I was just listening to one of the interview of a South Indian actor. So what he pointed was absolutely, I mean, he made completely sense. Suppose, for an example, when North Indian person when go to Bangalore or some other region, he prefer to speak in Hindi, right? And he expect the other person to give the reply in Hindi.
It's true.
He never speak in Kannada or Tamil. He never try to understand their language. And when the person, then South Indian people comes to Delhi or some other part, we always expect that person to speak in Hindi,
India.
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, at least if we don't understand this language really well, I mean, because उनको भी बहुत time लगा होगा, they've also took a lot of time to understand this language. Then they started speaking. Still, they're making a lot of mistakes. So when the person who is a North Indian person, at least if not understand the complete language, but bits of it, at least some normal sentences that would make some sense to these people, so that at least we can create a better economy and we can have this जो भी हमारा एजेंडा है एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत का शायद से हम अचीव कर पाएंगे.
Absolutely, Gulshan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is called language chauvinism.
Yes, yes. It does to some extent. It does. I mean, to a lot of the people mindset, especially the UP, Punjab, and Haryana, that they
Yes.
have some the language chauvinism in their mindset. Okay, let me ask you another question. This is an open question for everyone. So, how can a school help the students to develop the skill of the future proofing their careers by adapting to emerging technologies and industries that haven't even created yet? Because there are a lot of careers who have not been evolved yet, right? And surely we know that our students, those who are in school right now, they'll be working for those technologies. So how we can create and work on their mindset that okay, after 5 years that you will be working on a different area altogether, which might not be available right now. So prepare yourself for some uncertainty and prepare yourself some resilience in your mindset that you will be doing something different in your future.
I think we should tell them that they will have to be, if they want to survive,
Mhm.
they will be a perpetual learner.
Yes.
I am learning, right at this point of time in my age, and everyone should learn to learn. Skill to learn. We have to give them the skill to learn. Instead of telling them, it is just like that. Instead of telling them meaning of the word, I will ask them to look up into the dictionary, so that they should, they should know how to find out, explore. And then second thing is one thing, adaptability.
Yes.
Adaptability with the changes, because most of the people like me as well, we are very rigid people, but now we are changing ourselves, we are adapting ourselves, we are accepting the new changes. When I took my first Zoom class, I really was very uncomfortable. I had never taught the screen. I could not see my children, I could not see my listener, because my listeners only give me the motivation to speak.
Yes. It
Right?
happens. It
I
happens.
not at all comfortable. I was not able to explain myself.
Hmm.
But gradually I picked up. I had to. Right? So that's what we have to give examples of ourselves, that if we can learn, we were not born in the time of, but that time computer was not.
There was some problem she was
Yeah,
facing.
she
She
lost the
left it. Yeah,
connection.
and one more example to this to this conversation. For an example, if we there are a lot of people who are preparing for government examinations, right? There's a lot of good section of our students who prepare for this government examinations. I am pretty sure in the next 5 years or 10 years, almost that government will cut down the government jobs by almost by 35 to 40%, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
Right, so they are going to take the chunk out of it. They've already taken, they are, I mean, converting all these Maharatnas, many Ratnas to private entities. They are selling, right? So if the students are thinking their career will be secure, it's not the case. Even we have heard in the recent past, in the recent 1 or 2 years, then a lot of big companies, the Apple, Microsoft, this Facebook, Meta, they have laid off almost 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 5 lakh people, right? So when a person joined these companies, they think that okay, their career is proof, really, you can say future proof kind of a career. So that's not the case. Then everyone is fighting for their survival, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
developing skills in students which are relevant to the industry will ultimately determine their success in the corporate world. Whether they
Exactly.
go for the white collar jobs or they go for blue collar jobs, it all depends upon the soft skills and the hard skills they have. So we have to really focus on building their life skills, learning skills, and literacy skills. So these are the
Exactly.
skills actually are the need which they require for the their jobs and for their future world. Over to you, sir. You were saying something.
Yeah, Mr. Das, please make your
Yeah.
point.
No, no. This is encourage entrepreneurial mindset. That's a main thing. Become a master of your trade. Work on your talents and skills. Offer students opportunities for internship, apprenticeship, I told in the beginning, and the experience in learning. Encourage them to engage with the professionals in their field of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Participate in the industry projects or collaborate with the local business. So wherever they are, they must be the king or kingmakers.
You know, one more example is a very evident example, and I was checking that website today only. 5 years before, you required a person or an agency to build your website, if I'm not wrong, right?
True.
Currently, there are many websites. You just give them the command. There are AI websites. You just give them the command. They will prepare the website within within 1 minute and within 2 minutes. Just give the right prompt, they're going to create the website. So you don't have to
Yes.
work from the scratch. So you don't have to now learn the coding. Like you can learn a different language altogether, which are changing the coding dynamics of this industry. So again, this is just my perspective. And currently, a lot of people who are not even completing their graduations, they're just after their 12th standard. I know a lot of good schools, like there are a lot of good startups. One is Newton School, one is Masai School. So what they are doing, just the future perspective, they are not asking the students to pay upfront. They are not taking any money, right? Instead of what they are doing, they are taking one entrance examination, and if you clear that entrance examination, they will prepare you for next 8 months. And after 8 months, they are promising you that you will going to land up a job with a minimum of 8 lakh rupees of package. And once you get that, then you pay us the 10% of your income for the next 1 year. That's it. So things are changing. If you think that you don't have the money, doesn't matter. If you are having
Yes.
the zeal, you can build your career
That's it.
from scratch.
So everything is available
Hmm.
actually at the click of the button
Yes,
nowadays.
yes.
It is just
Yeah.
that even the schools are offering a lot of internship programs to school, children. Even in grade 9th and 10th, they start with the internship programs and they get to know that a lot of things are available out in the market and they hone their skills accordingly. And they are doing it for good 15 days. They give them a program and they, just train them accordingly and then they can sell whatever they want to. So even the internship programs are making them future ready. So I would say I think schools are really responsible for making kids more resilient, as you say, giving them the power to critically thinking and making their own decisions and taking responsibilities of their own actions as well.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am, you were saying something, Sarita ma'am.
I wanted to say the life skill you were talking about, right? So before this, so I
Yes,
wanted to
ma'am.
say that yeah, the part of we talk about life skill, it has become so important these days because we need to actually, what we do in the school, probably we have a class, one period for the life skills, where the kids, we tell them any of the topic we pick. So you can, it's not important that we should have a planning for it. You can pick up how the any of the site is being used, how do you book a ticket, you know, what are they actually now. GPT chat came up, so we started talking about it. So this life skill topic which is there now taken up is very important for the kids to, you know, get enhanced and learn more. I wanted to add there that time. That is what I wanted to
Great,
say.
great,
Absolutely,
great.
absolutely right, ma'am. Yes.
Miss Titi, you wanted to add any other point, or should we move on to the last section of our webinar? Any other point, just closing any remarks?
So my only one question, which is actually very interesting question for me, and I always look answers for that because I only deal with these kind of things. So my question to any of these speakers, if anybody would like to pick up, is that how can educators encourage interdisciplinary learning and collaboration across subjects to cultivate a holistic skill set in students, considering that many future careers will require a blend of knowledge from various fields.
Yes.
So if any of the speakers, this is one of the most touchy question I found out, and it's really interesting. So if any speaker would like to answer on
I
that.
think Sunita would like to try.
Actually, I'm very sorry. Due to some net issue, I could not even hear the question.
I'll repeat it again for you, ma'am. So my question is, how can educators encourage interdisciplinary learning and collaboration across subjects to cultivate a holistic skill set in students, considering that many future careers will require a blend of knowledge from various fields?
I think we were already working on it by CBSE, of course, under the guidelines of CBSE. That in summer vacations we gave multidisciplinary projects, like we connected biology with English. That you prepare a project and then presentation you have to give, and then art integration is also done that way only. So I think we have already started with the integrated approach with multidisciplinary teaching and learning.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Over to you, sir, Mr. Das, if you would like to add on some points to it.
No, actually, what we are doing is we are asking even the English speaking teachers, even in the math class, how to connect with that. If it is a circle and a square, how do they express? So in that way, if a science class, how the plants, two plants and the herbs, how do they speak? So that is the one way we are doing, and foster a culture of sharing ideas and resources and expertise across disciplines. A collaborative planning allows for the identification of common themes. So integration of concept, creation of cozy learning experiences. So this is the way that we.
Yes, Sarita, ma'am, you would like to add something?
Yeah, I would like to add this. So when we speak about how you get connected to the subject, this is what we are talking about, you know. So linking a subject to a topic in the subject. So we are doing theory of knowledge. Okay, we have two things. Term one, we do theory of knowledge. In term two, we do co-curricular activity. So in theory of knowledge, what we do is we connect subjects. We pick up one topic, like so, and picking up that one topic, we link all our subjects integrated to that, and we bring out the learning to the children, saying this, that this is not only one subject, it's all 7 to 8 10 subjects are one, and this is how the part of the portion has been created, but everything is linked to each other. And upon that, picking up one example, we ask children to have a presentation, and we give them we give the link to the field trip. We tell them about, you know, we have exhibition for the topic. We again take it ahead with workshops. So this is how we link the entire subject, making it one and presenting it one. So I just wanted to share this one idea what we
I
were
hope
using.
you got the answer, at least a little bit, Dipti.
Yes, yes, I got it. Means that it is a tinge of experiential learning which we all add into the the curriculum. We try so that the children they get the practical knowledge and they integrate the subjects and they are of course
They
collaborative
collaborate
and
with
learning.
everything and they bring it as a learning to them.
See,
Yes,
Sunita ma'am
absolutely,
has rightly
absolutely.
pointed out that CBSE has given all the directions. CBSE is given all the directions in place. It is
Yes.
now the responsibility of the educator to learn it, understand it, and then deliver it in their classrooms. So it
Yes.
is the responsibility of the educator, and it comes with the experience.
Correct.
Right, it comes, for an example, you already teaching in a school for the past 20 years, I'm sure, right? So you have a different set of experience. If someone will ask you to deliver a speech or handle an event, then you would not take an even extra second to, I mean, take this opportunity. But if an
Correct.
educator is just 1 year of experience, would be hesitating this thing. So I believe this comes in with an experience, and with adding more experience with interdisciplinary approach, because that person has to understand the other subjects also. If one person is only
Yes.
focusing only on their subject, then I think they would not able to correlate their subject with the other subjects. So
And
this
they
is
will
just
not
my
know the
understanding.
importance of these things.
Yes. Okay. Again, thank you everyone for participating in this wonderful webinar. So this is going to be our last section of this webinar, which we call it rapid fire round. So in this rapid fire round, our today's topic is the future of work, equipping students with critical thinking for career success. So I'm sure that we've already discussed a lot of points in just 1 hour. You can say just 50 minutes of conversation. Now I want some two extra points from your side. So how can we equip the students with some sort of critical thinking for their career success? How we can? So I want two extra suggestions from your side. So I'll be giving you 30 seconds to think of it. Then after one by one, I'll come to you. First Mr. Das, then Sarita ma'am, then last May Sunita ma'am. Would that be fine?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. No problem.
The key point is that you cannot share the same suggestions which you have already shared. So it has to be some new suggestions, right? So you don't have to explain in length, or just share it. That's it. In case Dipti you would like to share, then you can.
I would like to share that the most important skill nowadays is that we have to teach our children how to take risk. Risk taking also is one of the most important, wherein they know, because when they are going to enter into the future world in the corporate careers, it is very important for them to right way, what is the right way to think, to decide and to undertake risk, because
Yes,
decision making, this will all come with the critical thinking which we are going to give them little small
exactly.
projects in our school, wherein they are in a group and they are taking their own responsible actions and then they're delivering it, and then what were the risks. So I think these are the stepping stones for them wherein they can take bigger decisions in their life and can come to a conclusion. So I think risk taking is one of the skill which we would surely make them learn about it.
Great. Over to you, Mr. Das. You would like to add your
Uh,
points? Yeah, two good
yes, yes.
suggestions.
Help students to build their professional networks and gain insights from those who have experienced in independent contracting, and invite guest speakers, professionals, or subject matter experts from various fields to share their knowledge and experiences.
That is
And
very
you
much
can provide,
required.
yeah, you can
Yes.
provide resources and training and collaboration time to support teachers in implementing interdiscipline learning in their classrooms. And we
Wonderful.
can ask for thought-provoking questions, present them with the complex problems or sceneries that require analysis, evaluations of options, and the development of logical solutions also can be discussed. Now, encourage students to explore and challenge ideas, provide evidence, and engage in respectful debates, like Socrates, encouraging multiple perspectives.
Great, great. I like those suggestions when you said that, okay, that we should be inviting more guest speakers in our school, so that the students would
Yes.
correlate to their more alumni system. Okay, if one person from the same school has done something in his career or her career at a very early age, so that why not, instead of calling some expert speaker, we can call the same speaker, right? Wonderful.
Exactly.
Over to you, Sarita ma'am. Your two good suggestions.
So I would like to say, let children, let the students be decision makers.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing I would like to say, we should teach them that how to solve and improve the problems and give them that ability.
Okay.
So that comes to saying, I mean to say, give them freedom to do these two things, they will become more responsible.
Great.
Because I try to do this in my school.
So
Okay.
adding to your point, I mean, we should always be giving them a lot of problems so that they can work on those problems.
The problem, yeah, the problems what they create in the classroom among the friends, make them
Yes.
only to, remove that, be a decision maker for that, right? And one point sir already said, which I wanted to say, make them learn to use the resources what is available in this environment. This is one thing which you already said.
Wonderful. Over to you, Sunita ma'am. Your two good suggestions.
Uh,
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
It's really tough to speak problem solving. Anyway, but more these days I'm working a lot with aliens on and they'll in the personal life they will
I think it's not audible. Dipti, can you hear it? No?
No, I can't. Ma'am, your voice is cracking in between, so we just couldn't connect what were you are saying. If
can you hear me now?
Yes,
yes,
we
yes,
can
now
now.
yes.
What I wanted to say, most of my main points that was upon was taken from Sarita ma'am and uh,
That's absolutely fine, ma'am. That's absolutely fine. I think there's some problem with your internet, so it's okay. I mean, you've already made a lot of good points. So again, thank you everyone, especially Dipti for being a good partner in this webinar and jointly moderating this session.
Thank
Again,
you so much, Gulshan. I think I would like to thank all the speakers who actually given me that space that I could be a good co-moderator with you. So thank you, speakers, once again, and thank you to you a lot, Gulshan, for giving me this opportunity.
great, great, great. I'm sure
so
our
thank
listeners will be delighted by hearing all the views. I mean, from the point that we've started, from the point which Mr. Das has mentioned, almost 20 odd points, but covering almost the entire gamut of the conversation and giving us the base to start our conversation with a very good points. Again, thanks to Sarita ma'am, Sunita ma'am for sharing your wonderful and marvelous suggestions. Again, thank you so much and wish you best of luck.
And I think, Gulshan, the topics given by you are so apt because we are all in the field of education and we can relate what you are asking. So I think that gives a kind of another level of confidence only that you are on the platform and you are discussing your day-to-day activities only. So what do you say, speakers? Are you in for? Do you all agree with me or not?
Yeah,
you.
agreed.